Hey you all, thanks for coming back to my channel, Stay Forever True. So today we are going to be talking about the zodiac sign of Cancer. Oh my gosh. So this is for beginners as well as people who have been into astrology for a while, I guess. But the Cancer zodiac sign. So just keep in mind, of course, if you're new to astrology, or I don't know, that just your sun sign is not just you. Just, you can have your rising sign being Cancer, your moon sign being Cancer, your Mars being Cancer. You could have a lot of planets in the fourth house, which is the house of Cancer, and it will give you that Cancerian energy. There could be a lot of things going on within your personal chart that will reflect Cancer energy totally different. A sun sign Cancer is totally different than a moon sign Cancer, especially when you blend it with a person's sun sign or their rising sign. Is going to show up differently, and on top of that, what house it's in. So if you all don't know, I'm a Cancer, okay? I am a Cancer crab, and just some of the basic things that we know about Cancer is that its house is in the fourth house, which the fourth house is considered one of those major houses, along with the first house and the seventh house, as well as the 10th house. Cancers are ruled by the moon, which honestly, you all, Cancer is one of two signs that is not ruled by an actual planet. It's ruled by a celestial body, because the moon is not a planet, and most zodiac signs are ruled by planets. But Cancer, along with Leo, are not ruled by planets, which I feel like is very unique, and people don't talk about that, but it's so unique, because all the rest of the signs are. So anyhow, there's that. Cancer is considered the mother of the zodiac. Cancer rules the breast as well as the belly. This is why sometimes Cancers, they're nice and endowed. I'm not really that endowed, but I guess I kind of look like it. Or they have a bigger belly. Even if they're small, super small, they still might have a little pudge, or they might be prone to belly problems or belly aches and things like that. But definitely the breast. If you look at do they call it the glyph or whatever, GLYPH, that it's the two circle. It looks like 69, but it's like this 69, like this, turned on its side. That's representing the breast, and it's like the arms, and then the circle. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Dang. Okay, that is the Cancer sign. And yeah, so that's like the basic stuff. And on top of that, Cancer is a cardinal sign. Okay, so if we're looking at, and also it's a water sign. So with astrology, you look at the element as well as the modality. So Cancer is a water sign, and it's a cardinal sign. So it's a cardinal water sign, and the cardinal sign is going to be the signs that initiate things. They're the signs that are kind of like the captains of the ship, right? They're the ones who say, hey, this is how water signs are going to be, or this is how earth signs are going to be. Cardinal signs are the ones who started. They're like the origin. So again, Cancer is the mother of the zodiac. What does that mean? So this is future Brandy. Something else that I wanted to add is that each cardinal sign starts the beginning of the new season. So for Cancers, we're starting the beginning of summer. And just think about the summertime. This is a time where a lot of people are growing things. All these crops are really growing and really flourishing a lot during the summertime. And that just shows part of that Cancerian energy of nurturing something and allowing something to grow, allowing something to flourish, somewhat of like a mothering energy across the entire, earth, is for everything to grow so that we can then go into Libra season, which is the fall, and we can start to harvest. So does that make any sense? Let me know. But of course, that's more so if you live in like the northern hemisphere where the sun is out. But typically, Cancer season is summer, and we all know summer is a time for everything to grow. And also, just think about it, it's a lot of times where people come together, they have gatherings, families come together. There's a lot of memories being made in the summertime. Just think about your child. You probably have a lot of memories around summer vacations and things like that. And Cancer is definitely linked up with your memories, your home life, your family life, and your childhood. Cancerian energy, I feel like, is very misunderstood, especially in the world that we live in, because, at least here in the States, feminine energy is not always revered. And even now, to a certain extent, maybe feminine energy is being convoluted. It's very obscure as to what is female, what's feminine, what's the mother, what is the feminine energy, the feminine mystique, what really is it, and how do we define it, and how do we do this? There's a lot of constraint on the feminine energy. There's a lot of control being pushed on the feminine energy, and a lot of like, it has to be like this in order to be female, or to be feminine, or to be it has to look like this, or oh, I'm this because of this. It's so much energy on this female stuff. And also female energy, or emotional energy, I would say, really emotions, because emotions is feminine and masculine, really. But emotions itself is just like, forget your feelings, girl, make that money. And Cancers feel, Cancers care. Cancers even care when they don't care. They care about not caring. Like, I don't care. Like, the fact that you don't care means you care. You are. I'm a Cancer sun, Cancer Mercury, and Jupiter in Cancer. And I was raised by a Cancer. So I feel like I get the Cancer energy. So anyhow, Cancers, I feel like, are kind of, oh, Cancers, oh, they be crying too much. They too emotional. But just think about it. I talked about this in another video talking about water signs. Like, people do most things because they want emotions behind it, because they want to have a certain feeling. You don't want to just have a dream job to have a dream job. Like, oh my gosh, I just really want to do this job. It ain't the job, it's the feeling that job gives you. That job helps you to feel fulfilled. It helps you to feel supported. It helps you to feel more grounded. It helps you to feel like you're really giving back to your community. It helps you feel like you're really living in your truth. It helps you to feel more supported by other people. It helps you to feel more happy. That's what you want. The dream job is just the catalyst to that, or it's what you think that you need to have in order to get those feelings. But you can just jump over the dream job and just jump right into that feeling. Anything that makes you feel joy, anything that brings you fulfillment, you can jump into that. And then from that, you'll get everything that you could ever need and want. We use, in our society, we do use things to help us to get to feelings. And the thing about the Cancerian energy is it's just raw. And that's kind of why Cancer and the crab has to have that shell. Cancers have to come off sometimes as if they don't care, right? Or as if they're kind of cold, or as if they put on a facade, because deep down they really are, like, they really care. Like, deep down they really feel certain things, especially Cancer moons. Especially Cancer moons. This is why people who may have like a fiery sun sign and they have a Cancer moon, these are the people, they be like, she be so loud and screaming and going off on people, and he be like rah rah rah. But once people be like, this was the same people be like, but really once you get to know her, she is such a teddy bear. He is such a teddy bear. He's just so, oh my gosh, he's so loving and caring. Oh my goodness. But that fiery sun sign is basically shielding us from our true moon sign, which could be moon in Cancer. So it acts as like another shell on top of another shell, right? So the Cancerian energy is very caring, okay? Very powerful, because like I said, a lot of things that we do here on earth, we do it because we want a feeling, okay? And once Cancers can master their feelings, or people with a lot of Cancerian placements, or wherever, because we all have every zodiac sign, wherever you have Cancer in your chart, once you can master your feelings within that realm, whichever house it's in, then you will be able to master a lot of things. You'll be able to control a lot of things, because one of the things is you notice, especially here, on earth, in order to get to the next level, you have to control your feelings and emotions. Feelings and emotions are great, but you still need to control them. You still need to control them. You still need to put certain things to the side so you can take care of something else. You still need to put certain things to the side and really look at the situation and be like, okay, am I in my feelings? Looking at this through my feelings, or am I actually detaching from it and looking at it as it actually is. That's so important to have that discernment, you know. Very important to have that discernment. And sometimes when you're in that Cancerian energy and when you are a Cancer, one of the biggest lessons that we have to learn is how to master our feelings, how to actually feel our feelings, how to know when it's our feelings versus somebody else projecting their feelings on us, when to actually see people as they need to be seen, as they're supposed to be seen within that situation, versus allowing things from our past, things that we've went through to make us see that person a certain way. Do you get what I'm saying? Because Cancer also has a lot to do with the past. The 4th house, where Cancers live at, has a lot to do with our past, you know. It has a lot to do with our lineage, like where have we come from, what brought us here. Cancers remember, you know. And I think honestly, as a Cancer sun, like, it's a lot of stuff in my childhood that I blocked out. I had to block it out, because if I would have remembered it, like, I wouldn't be who I am right now. Because, and I think that's what everybody, like, you block out certain stuff from your childhood because it's just, you couldn't process it. You just could not consciously process it. Where was I even getting to with that? But sometimes with Cancerian energy, if you have Cancer in your chart, depending on where it's at, not always sun sign Cancer. It could be, like, I have a sibling who has her Venus in Cancer. She remembers everything. All of her past lovers. It's like when she talks about them, it's like as if that person is there. Like as if she was just with this person. Like, you can just tell that she's still, not that she still has feelings for that person, but the way she conveys, like, relationships and how they used to do things and all that, it's like she is there. Like, she actually felt it. And I think that's one of the things with Cancers, why some of us do have really good memory, is because when we're talking or when we're with people, we feed off of the feeling that that person is giving us. And we remember that feeling. So when we come into certain situations, when people bring up that same feeling within us, that's when we clamp down them claws. You know, we're like, oh, no, 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 no. You're not about to have me feeling the same way somebody else made me feel. No, 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 no. So that's why it's sometimes you have to detach yourself from your feelings and be like, okay, this person is making me feel this way, or I'm allowing this person to make me feel this way. Is it because of my own insecurities? Is it because I haven't processed things that have happened in the past? Or is it really a threat? Is this person really a threat to me? And that's where your intuition comes into play as a Cancer. Now with me, I'm gonna get a little personal. I have Cancer in an air house, so very intellectual. I have my feelings in a space that's intellectual, so that sometimes make me be like, wait, am I feeling this or am I thinking this? Am I thinking too much or am I feeling too much? It be confusing as hell, y'all. That's why if you are an earth sign rising, I think it's all earth sign rising, and you have Cancer, like, okay, so for me, I'm a Virgo rising, but I'm a Cancer sun, Mercury, and Jupiter. So all of my Cancerian energy falls into my 11th house. Hence why I'm here on YouTube, because 11th house has to do with social media and all this and the third. And it's Aquarius house. So I will convey I show my Cancerian energy in Aquarian arena, which has to do with social media, big groups. Astrology is considered Aquarian. Far out thinking, things like that. So anyhow, and also the 11th house has other stuff to do with. But anyways, but what was I about to say? But my intellect and my feelings are very much meshed together. So when you have Cancer in your chart, which we all do, but if you have like Cancer sun, Cancer, Venus, whatever, it's important for you to really work on your intuition, to really listen to your inner self, because the inner self will never lie. That's why people be like, I ain't had a right feeling about doing this. But you have to trust that feeling. And that's where sometimes with Cancers, we kind of get hung up. And it's so very important for us to to take time by ourselves. This is why some cancers, they might be like, yeah, girl, la, 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 la. And then next thing you know, I'm like, girl, where did she go? She over there by herself, drinking, chilling, eating her food, or she over there with a whole other group of people. Like, I couldn't be in that situation no more. Like, I had to kind of veer off to the side. I had to switch up the energy a little bit, or I had to be by myself. Some cancers will be cool as a fan, y'all chilling, everything, and for like a whole week they gotta be by themselves. They can't be around nobody else because they have to take the time to build up themselves. Okay, cancers, it's so important for you to take time by yourself and to sit with your feelings, sit with your emotions. Don't be afraid to do that. That's when you really get to see who you are and what's really going on. Because when you have a lot of people around you, this is for anybody, when you got a lot of people around you, it's so easy for you to get lost in the sauce. Because cancers will definitely take care of somebody. What you need, try this, try that. That feeds our ego. It feeds our ego for you to come and say you need help with something. Or you say, I need your advice. Or you say, oh, I was thinking about doing this, but I don't really know. Cancers love that type of stuff. And then don't do a Cancer with some Virgo in you. Oh my goodness. Oh, you done made this person day, because they was looking for somebody to save. They was looking for somebody to help. They was looking for somebody to take care of, or something to take care of, something to kind of like do. But in doing that, you can sometimes take away from you if you don't recharge yourself. Okay, this is important for Cancers to recharge themselves, to really get into their own energy and really feel their feelings, sift through their thoughts, because we can hold on to a lot of things. This is why some Cancers can hold on to a lot of weight. Or like I said, people who have a lot of energy in Cancer, or people who have a lot of energy in the 4th house. You can really hold on to a lot of weight because Cancers like to hold on to stuff. Look at crabs. A crab will come and clamp up on you, and they got you. They got you. Okay? They clamp up on each other. Okay? So it's important for you as a Cancer to release energy, to release. Look at the moon. The moon is constantly changing its phases. So even just going into the ruler of Cancer, the moon, the moons change their zodiac signs like every 2 days. It's in a totally different zodiac sign. Like yesterday, the moon was in Virgo. I think it's still in Virgo, but it's probably inching closer to Libra. Let's see, child. So yeah, the moon is in Virgo right now, and it says it enters Libra on the 18th at 3:53 in the morning. So the moon sign is continuously changing. Every 2 weeks we have either a new moon or a full moon. The moon is constantly changing, and with Cancers being ruled by the moon, that's what's happening with us. We're constantly like going through cycles. It's always a movement. Water has to move. If water doesn't move, it becomes extremely dangerous. But when it do move, it do become dangerous too. But this thing about it, water just sitting there, it attracts all these dang on mosquitoes and da da da. It's all stale and nasty. Water needs to move to stay fresh, to collect new things, to learn new things. Just think about water, because water has memory too. You hear this, everybody say, water got memory, Gary. Water got, you can speak to water. You can do all this. Water holds memory. Think about it. The glass of water you're drinking is probably more than likely the same glass of water your ancestors was drinking at some point, somewhere around your timeline of life. Y'all been drinking the same water because everything gets recycled. Nothing goes away from there. Like, it all gets recycled. Condensation and evaporation and all this other stuff. It gets recycled. The same water. So water is constantly going through the same cycle over and over again, and it's still holding on to all these different things from eons and eons ago. So that's very much so the case with Cancerian energy, is that we can hold on to a lot of stuff. Wherever you have Cancer at, you should be doing some inner work, inner childhood work in that house. So if you have Cancer in your 2nd house of finances, of talent, of basically your resources, and really much your self-worth, you need to do a lot of work about your self-worth in order to make money. Because the 2nd house has to do with Taurus and money, and luxury, and just 2nd house has to do with industry, and to a certain extent. But 2nd house is a Taurus house, right? So it's your money house. It's one of your money houses. And if you have Cancer in your 2nd house, it's so important for you to do childhood work based off of how you learned about money as a child. Think about in your childhood, how was money brought to you? Money don't grow on trees. Or was money easily given to you as a child? Did you always get allowance? Did you have to work really hard for money? Did you save your money as a child? Did you see your parents budgeting and doing certain things as a child? Go back in your remember. Okay, go back in your memory. Remember, like I said, cancers remember. They do. They really do. Even if they don't think they do, it's in that subconscious. For all of us, everything is in the subconscious. But it's like cancers are like somewhat in their subconscious more than other energies, because Cancer has a lot to do with our moon, our feminine energy, our mother, our childhood, our ancestry. Cancer has a lot to do with the undercurrents of who we truly are. So cancers in general will always kind of have this mysticism about them, and that they can tap into. Some don't. Some are more superficial cancers, you know. But at any extent, a Cancer is going to have that energy of being able to tap into some other world type stuff, okay? Because Cancer is the mystery. Look at the moon. The moon is mysterious. Does the moon really exist? Because really the moon is a reflection of the sun. That's all it is. That's all it is. You can only see the moon when the sun is around. That's the only time you can see the moon. Is if the sun is beaming on that moon and you see the reflection of the sun. So that right there, and Cancers are ruled by the moon. So that right there in itself is just kind of like crazy to wrap your head around. You know? It's crazy to wrap your head around that ideal. I don't know if that hit anybody. Maybe that's just too profound to me. I don't know. But that right there in itself, that's why it's so important for Cancers to really work on their space, making their space comfortable for them. And you can notice about anybody, but truly you will know what's going on in your psyche as a Cancer based on your home. Because Cancer is also, it's the home. It's the nurturing part of you. It's the part of you that feels comfortable. If this is the fourth house, really. The part of you that feels comfortable and taken care of. Like mama taking care of you. Big mama taking care of you. Your grandma's taking care of you. Okay? Like you feel protected and loved. That's people want that. That's the Cancer energy. But so many people want to fight it and be like, oh, y'all ain't y'all feelings. Da, da, da. And some Cancers are low vibration. They're in their feelings. Or they haven't been able to express themselves to people. So, and sometimes they might not be able to even express themselves to themselves, especially if you don't take that time by yourself to meditate, to draw, to pray, to read, to write, to dance, to do yoga, to go to sleep, whatever. You gotta take that time to recharge yourself. So anyhow, what was I saying? Oh, whatever house you have Cancer in, do some shadow work in that house. People say shadow work, whatever. Basically, just look at your life. Think about that part of your life. So say you have Cancer in your 7th house. It's important for you to look at your past relationships. Look at what you thought about relationships as a child. What relationships you see as a child. Did you see a man and a woman in your home, or did you see a 2-parent home? What was it like? Did you only have a 1-parent home? How did you see couples interacting? What did it look like? How did you see people in general working together? Did you always see people fighting? Were you even seeing people that were coming together and making things happen and having good collaborations? How did you see marriage? The 7th house has to do with marriage. What did you know or see any people that were married in your childhood? And what did that do to change the way you see marriage now as an adult? Are you afraid of commitment? Are you so into commitment? Are you super traditional? Because as a kid, I saw it this way. And with Cancer, it's a very stubborn energy. Cardinal signs in general are fixed signs are very stubborn. But cardinal signs also are stubborn. So because they're the ones that's like, no, this is how it's supposed to be done. Okay? And sometimes Cancers, like, we will change the whole vibe. Change the whole entire vibe. If we ain't feeling it, it's about to change. Everybody in that room finna be feeling how Cancer feels. If Cancer don't care about what's going on, ain't nobody in there about to care. If Cancer is happy, excited, feeling good, enjoying the day, everybody in that room will be feeling good. Remember, happy wife, happy life. Cancer is the mother of the zodiac. If your mama ain't happy, ain't nobody in that house happy. Everybody miserable. Everybody miserable in their house. If mama ain't happy, everybody pissed off. Everybody walking on eggshells. So it's the same thing with the Cancerian energy. Cancers know how to sway people emotionally, even if they don't even realize it. They know how to really get to the depth of you and like really pull it out of you. And some people are very uncomfortable with it. That's why some people, they be like, I can't do cancers, because cancers will bring emotions and feelings into situations that necessarily don't need it at that time. And they might even not even know they doing it. They just asked you a question that made you think or feel a certain way. It made you feel a certain way. You was like, dang, like I was not trying to be in that feeling. Like, dang, why you have to say that? But the cancer is just like, I was just trying to see how you was doing. But that, or if they have cancer nature, I'm just trying to see how you feel. Like, I'm just, checking up on you. And that person's like, I'm good. Like, I'm not trying to feel that way. Or I'm like, I'm not trying to be in that feeling. Like, no. So that could be, cancers can sometimes be annoying to people or naggy, because we want to get to it. We want to know what's going on. We want to see what's going on. We want to feel what's going on. We want to know what's there. Okay. We do. We need to know. Okay. I didn't know what's going on. But yeah, there's so much more I could talk about cancer. Like I said, I'm a Cancer son. I was raised by a Cancer. Shout out to my mommy. But ultimately with Cancer energy, it's a beautiful energy. It's a nurturing energy. It's a very strong energy. Very strong energy that can sometimes be very misunderstood. And even for ourselves, I remember when I was younger, I used to feel like I just want to get away from myself. Like I'm tired of myself. Oh, it's okay, girl. And I used to feel that way. Like I just wanted to get outside of me. I was so tired of feeling how I felt. I was so tired of being in my feelings. I was so tired of that. Oh my goodness. And sometimes I think cancers, maybe that is how we feel. That's why sometimes we do go around people. And that's why sometimes the Cancer energy is better channeled when we allow others to express their feelings, when we allow others to feel comfortable being themselves, then we in turn are more comfortable with ourselves. Instead of putting so much energy and time and emotion into ourselves, we allow others to do that. And that in some way heals us as well. If that, I don't know if that makes sense, but that does that. It's sometimes like with therapists or people who help other people, social workers, a lot of people have gone through a lot of stuff. So, what was I saying? So yeah, with cancers, with like therapists and social workers, counselors, things like that, these are people who more than likely went through something in their life, right? I mean, we all go through something, but they went through some things. And they were at a point in their life where they didn't have the help, where they wasn't able to express themselves. They felt alone. They felt helpless, all these things. And in turn, in order for them to heal, because they've more than likely come to a space of healing. That's why they're able to help other people. But every time they help that child, every time they help that person, every time they get through a breakthrough with somebody, or they give somebody anything that helps them to feel more relaxed and comfortable with themselves, more comfortable with their life, have a more positive outlook on life, be able to express who they truly are, be able to express how they really feel, that heals them so much. This is why in healthcare, if I looked at 10 people in healthcare, they have some type of cancer in their chart. Whether they have a lot of energy in the 4th house, whether they have Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising, Venus in Cancer, Mars in Cancer, like there's somewhere Cancer in a lot of people in healthcare chart, because Cancers like to take care of people. And it might not be just me being your nurse. It could be a Cancer that likes to do hair, because in a sense, I'm helping you to feel better about yourself. I help you to feel more comfortable. Cancers love to be comfortable. Oh my gosh. Cancers they're creatures of comfort. Like they love to be comfortable. If you can make a Cancer comfortable, you have them for the rest of your life. They will not let you go. They will never let you go. If you can let a Cancer feel comfortable with themselves, feel more at ease, feel more at home, and they can open up to you, that person will be attached to you for a life. That's why sometimes it's hard for cancers to break away from people, because it's harder for them to open up to you, because they in their feelings and stuff. And then when they open up to you, if you hurt them, like, they're gonna be mad. Can't that, because that scars the Cancer, and it cuts them off from wanting to really open up to anybody. And they feel like, dang, like, why did I open up to this person? That's how it is with anybody, y'all, really, right? Because like I said, we all have Cancer in our charts somewhere. So it shows up in some way or some form. And more than likely, something happened in your childhood that you're still scarred from. That's why whatever house Cancer is in your chart, that is a house that's like a karma house, right? It's like a karma, some karma to it, because the Cancer has a lot to do with your past. So, yeah, that's that. I know I rambled, but I can talk about astrology all day. Let me know your thoughts, how you feel about it. Give me your feelings in the comment section, and go check out my playlist for astrology. And I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll do more videos like this talking about other zodiac signs. Like I said, shout out to all the Cancers. We're about to get into Cancer season, so I had to represent for my Cancers. I love you all. I appreciate you all so very much. But Cancers out there, you are not, weak. You're not this or not that. You are amazing. You're beautiful. You are truly a gift to this earth. You are meant to come here and mother somebody. But most importantly, mother yourself. Take care of yourself. Nurture yourself. Reparent yourself. Love on yourself. Support yourself. Care for yourself. And show compassion to yourself. And once you do that, baby, can't nobody stop you. Can't nobody hurt your feelings. Can't nobody tell you what you can and cannot do. Okay? And you are going to be able to move mountains. Trust me, baby. Like, you will. You will. But you got to heal yourself. But that's how it is with all of us. We have to heal ourselves. And in doing that, once you heal yourself, then you will be a light and a beacon for so many other people, because so many people are hurt and going through a lot of things and still being bombarded with things that happened to them 20, 30, 50 years ago. And they have no idea. But our job as Cancer, sun, moons, and risings, and people with, stuff in the 4th house, it's our job to help heal. It's to help people love themselves and feel comfortable with themselves. Okay? Okay? All right.